Talk Real Estate with Sharon McNamara, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, and you are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. Let me share a little bit about my background before we get started. I am the broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate, a boutique real estate firm that is home to over 30 real estate sales and marketing consultants who service home buyers and home sellers throughout Boston, the South Shore, the South Coast, and Cape Cod. Our firm takes pride in assisting our clients in the next chapter of their lives by taking a holistic approach to their real estate endeavors. We believe that every move should be a moving experience. Every week, my real estate team member, Mary Baker, and I, along with the director of Boston Connect Real Estate, Melissa Wallace, provide you with our unique marketing approach to selling homes and share with you our expertise in navigating the home buying process. We like to mix it up sometimes, so not only will you hear our perspective on real estate topics, but you will hear the expert thoughts and opinions of some of our real estate agents at Boston Connect Real Estate and the preferred professionals that we trust. Be part of our roundtable. If you have any questions during the show, please call 781-837-4900. We'd love to talk real estate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you listen to podcasts at Talk Real Estate Roundtable. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate.
And hello to all my South Shore neighbors. You are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. My name is Melissa Wallace, and I am not flying solo today. See, we're usually on at night. I'm not used to the Saturdays.
It's daytime.
Oh my gosh, I'm still sleeping. But yeah, so I'm not flying solo today. But my partners in crime here, Sharon McNamara and Mary Baker, are sort of, making the real estate happen out there. So they are not joining me today, but I am joined by one half of the Grady team, the better half of the Grady team.
Don't say that. It's not true. It's not true.
I am joined by Tracy Grady. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's so good to be here. It's been a while since I've been here. It's kind of like nerve-wracking again, like my palms are sweating.
No. Well, I think your palms are sweating because I literally just walked in the door maybe 3 minutes ago. So
she did come flying in on two wheels.
I did. And I live on the same street as our office, so I have no reason to be late. But luckily today I was not. But welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. I was a little nervous because I know Sharon and Mary couldn't do the show today, so I was like,
how do I do radio by myself?
Do I just talk to myself? I mean, I talk to myself in private, but not for the world to hear, or at least the South Shore.
No. And it's nice because I don't have the ability to be here on Tuesday nights. I used to do Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And so here I am on Saturday mornings. I'm thrilled to be back.
I know. We've been doing it's sort of a mystery. Are we going to be live or are we playing a show now that we're doing Tuesdays and Saturdays? But I know that Sharon had John Harrington on from Embrace Home Loans last Saturday. That was a really great show. Mm-hmm. I was doing the pancreatic cancer walk in Boston, so I couldn't do the show, but she did the show with John, and I guess it was really great.
It was good. I watched it.
Yeah. So we actually replayed it on Tuesday night. So Sharon and I got sort of the night off. I went food shopping.
That's fun.
I couldn't remember the last time. And then it's just me. So and then it's like $140 something. I go, for what?
What did I actually buy for $140?
I think I got guacamole. Jeez. Yeah, I haven't been in a grocery store in a long time, but yeah. So
see, that's where the better half of our team comes in because he does all the grocery shopping in our house, and I am spoiled to the nth degree.
Yeah, you are spoiled.
I am spoiled.
Yeah, Jimbo is a great guy. He's a great realtor. He's a great husband, father, great guy.
He's just great. He's watching Edna right now, our new puppy Edna.
Yes, new puppy Edna. Yep. But I know we are very comfortable because we know each other. And you have been on the show before, but for all of our listeners who don't know who you are, please introduce yourself. I'm going to get us all set up on Facebook Live. So here's the floor for you.
Oh, thank you.
Tell all of our listeners who you are, where you service. Are you a part of a team? all that fun stuff.
Wonderful. Okay, so my name is Tracy Grady, and I am partnered with my husband, Jim, and we are known as the Grady team. We've been here at Boston Connect for the past 7 years, which is hard to believe that it's been that long.
I know.
And we pretty much handle we've gone pretty far. We go north. We've been to Boston and Dorchester. I would say primarily most of what we do is here on the South Shore. We live in Hanover. We raised our 2 kids there. Shout out to Taylor down in Nashville and Colin in D.C.
I mean, amazing kids.
Yeah. Oh, thank
you.
They
Thank
both
you. Lived the dream. You guys did an amazing job.
They both have great jobs that, they're dream jobs. So we are super proud of both of them. But we basically got started here about 7 years ago. I was working for the town of Pembroke in the building department. Mm-hmm. So shout out to all of my contractor friends that I don't get to see on a daily basis anymore, but I still talk to all the time. Sharon McNamara comes walking into my life and says, "You should really be a real estate agent." And I thought, "You're out of your mind." And sure enough, I did. I followed her advice, and then my husband got his license, and that's pretty much where it all started. We're coming up on selling our 30th condo. In Pembroke.
Condo in Pembroke. Oh my gosh, we have to have like a party.
We're going to have to have a party or something.
We're going to have to have a siesta.
Yeah.
A fiesta.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
We'll get a piñata.
We'll get a piñata. As long as they're tequila, I will be there.
I'm totally in. Yeah, totally in on that.
We used to get crazy on Tuesday nights, but now I feel like we need to get crazy on Saturday mornings.
I was kind of hoping that we were going to have mimosas, but
I know. I think maybe the first Saturday we did, but honestly, Sharon and I, we do come in here on 2 wheels on Saturdays. I thought about calling you and being like, "Don't panic. I'm on my way. I live 3 minutes away."
I got here about 20 minutes early, and I'm like, "Oh, I hope she shows up because I don't know how to turn any of this on." So.
Yeah. No, we're pros at this now. But yeah, so thank you for taking the floor for a second so I can get us up on Facebook. So if you like us on Facebook or you're friends with Sharon Costa McNamara, we are live on Facebook. If you're a part of any of the Connect pages, Pembroke Connect, Hanover Connect, all those, Marshfield, all those fun pages, you can see us. Tonight, I keep saying tonight. Today.
It's daytime.
I'm still sleeping. Today, Today we are talking new construction. So I know you reached out to Sharon, wanted to get on the show, and Sharon's like, "How about like this week, this Saturday with Melissa?
We really need something.
Because we really need something." And you're sort of like one of the go-to people or agents in this office that when somebody says new construction, we think of you guys. We think of the Grady team. Obviously, Sharon and Mary have been doing new construction for years. Yep. And you say you've been here for 7 years. I've been here for 6 years. Yep. And Sharon does have a way of convincing you to like, "Oh, why don't you get your real estate license? And why don't you do this? Why don't you run the office? Why don't we do the show 8 times a week?"
And you just don't. She does not take no for an answer.
No, but she's the smartest one out of all of us.
Oh,
so
yes.
So she knows what she's doing. But yeah. So I can't believe you've been here longer than me.
Just a little bit. You came right after I started, and then Jim started probably a little bit after me. Yeah. When I realized that this was we were both working full-time jobs, so it was tough. So it worked out because Jim worked at the police station nights as a dispatcher.
I miss those stories.
So he had the day shift, I had the night shift, so it just worked out really great for us. Yeah. And working in the building department, I have a great background in permitting and new construction and any kind of construction. I mean, I can't read a ruler. Let's get that straight right now. I can help you pull your permits, that's for sure. Yeah, but no, So obviously today we're going to be talking new construction. It was your idea, so you sort of made this agenda for all of our listeners. So we'll sort of go through this. But if you guys have any questions or you want to join in on the conversation, 781-837-4900 is the number to WATD. Tim would be happy to connect you with us. Again, we are live on Facebook, so if you have any questions, go on there. You want to say hi, you want to remind us that it's Saturday, not Tuesday. And it's daytime, not evening.
And it's bright out.
It's bright out.
Yes.
I know, but we're like if you see us on Facebook, we have the shades down. We're like in a
being
cocoon,
shady.
A cocoon.
It's a bit of a cocoon.
Yeah. And it's a little chilly out today. I kind of didn't want to get out of bed.
No, it was
I'm wearing
windy.
a sweater.
Yeah.
Anyways, everybody listening is like, all right, are you going to get to the topic or not?
We could do this all day long.
Honestly,
I mean, seriously, we could be till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
We could. And I'd still think it's Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, new construction. Okay, where do you start? Where do you even start?
Yeah, you just it's definitely a process. New construct, and there's not a lot of new construction out there because well, one of our topics here is land. Mean, sometimes you have to really think about where
you have
where
to
do you want to live
somewhere.
You got to start with a piece of land somewhere.
Yeah.
So you really need to think how long and what your current living situation is, because it's going to take some time. As much as HGTV and 100-day build makes you think it's a pretty quick process, it takes some time. I'd say it's a good 6-month to 9-month process.
I always find it so funny when I hear like real estate professionals or anybody in the business, they go home and they watch like real estate shows. Yeah. So when I hear like WATD, when I think of HGTV and all that stuff, I'm like, what? But then I used to watch like $1 Million Listing. Like I loved all those guys and the girls, But I would catch myself being like, oh, I just did real estate all day.
I'm still watching it.
I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to play this game.
So I always thought it was funny, but it is true, and we'll get into doing open houses and all that fun stuff in buyers going to open houses to see new construction and stuff. But there is a lot of like on trend, and you get all those ideas from HGTV. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. And we've just been really lucky as the Grady team to have worked with some amazing builders. And we're in a market that, there is not a lot of inventory out there right now. So at times we've had competitive. The subdivision that we're working on down in Carver right now on Ewell Street, we had 9 lots. And literally, we had 6 commitments back to back to back. So it was kind of like first in gets their house built first. And so the process started. And it definitely takes time. And especially during COVID, we had some issues with getting product in. Yeah. Appliances, things to that nature. So, your 6-month timeline now kind of becomes a 9-month timeline. And like I said, we had a lot of people. And I think COVID kind of proved to people that I can work from home. So, whereas Carver probably wasn't one of the top, for new construction, has now become, I can work from anywhere. So I can live in lovely Carver, which is a beautiful town.
It is.
I mean, it's very rustic and rural, and yet it's still close to the highway. It's still close to shopping, Plymouth and what have you. So it's become very desirable that, I can live in Carver and remote towns. So.
Yeah, and even like I feel Carver is great access to down the Cape too.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of at that halfway point.
You are at that halfway point. Yep. So the pandemic sort of allowed people to move towards the lower South Shore, going down to the Cape and stuff because they were able to
opened up your eyes to other communities other than the top 5 communities that are close to the highway. It's like, oh, I can make this work. Yeah. So and then with our process, usually what ends up happening is we'll talk to an agent or we'll talk to a buyer and we'll kind of get a feel for what they're looking for, and then we usually have a sit-down conversation with the builder face to face. We work with K&G Development, Bob Goslin. Hi, Bob. Happy Mother's Day, Lisa.
They're going to say Happy Mother's Day, Bob.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day, Bob. So we sit with Bob, and he walks the client through the whole process. So by the time he's done giving his presentation, they're really, we know what the buyer's looking for. And 9 out of 10 times, that's the day that you make the decision that you're going to move forward. And I know we have down on here, too, contingent, like selling your, having your house. We always take a contingency. Yeah. Because you got 6 months.
When I was doing open houses over at Copperwood and in Bristol, buyers would come in and say, oh, I'm not ready. And my first question would be, well, are you looking to build custom or are you looking to purchase a model home? And, it's usually always, I want to build custom. If I'm going to get new construction, I want to build custom.
I want to build what I want.
Yeah. And my response to that is always, well, that's great that you still have your home that you're still living in. It's all a different, like you said, your living dynamic changes over time, especially when you are going to purchase something else. So, I don't know if we want to get into that part or you got the flow. You got the flow. So whatever you want to sort of tackle first.
Yeah. So I think contingency comes into play because people are thinking, well, I need to sell my house, but I don't, and this is always the big one, I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be homeless, and I'd prefer not to move twice.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to move twice, nor do you, it's a slight inconvenience. If it's your ultimate dream and you have to sell in order to buy, then, you have to make that sacrifice of, I'm either going to rent or I'm going to put my stuff in storage. But 9 out of 10 times, most builders will take a contingency because we're talking over a period of time. And then we try to do it so that we can close and you can move all kind of in the same day. But you always have to kind of have that thought in your head that you might not be able to, move out and move in on the same day. So you really need that little backup.
You need a little bit of a cushion.
You need a little cushion.
You need a little cushion because honestly, like anything else in life, it's unexpected. Things can happen.
Things can happen.
But
again, delays happen, as we said, with appliances, product. For a while, you couldn't get, pressure treated wood so it was tough for a while. And, you get on a list and you're hoping that it's going to come in, and kitchens, the bane of my existence.
And everybody needs one.
And apparently you need one. Even to pass, to get your final inspection, you have to have water. You have to have running water in the house. Go figure. Who knew that running water was that important? So, expectations are usually set, and I will say, we've had great luck. If Bob says a day you're going in, you're pretty dang close to that date that you are going in. So
that is awesome because you don't typically see that a lot.
No, you don't.
Even when you're, for anybody who has purchased new construction, they know that there's sort of that clause in purchasing, so they the builders give themselves a little bit of a cushion that if these delays do happen outside of their control,
right,
nobody's going to be homeless. They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
you get a little bit of an extension, so you keep that. And it's important if you have a very savvy real estate agent, if you are also trying to sell your home at the same time. Timing is key.
Yep, we're doing it right now. As a matter, we're in a deal with people selling, and and
are you representing both sides, or
we are representing both sides on this one? Yes.
Good for you.
So, and as it turns out, we found, and it's tough to find a flexible buyer, like you say. We are on, hoping on or before a certain date, and then you're hoping that your buyer isn't like, well, I got to sell, or I have to be out of my rental agreement by such and such a date, and then you talk about rate lock for people. You don't want them to lose, the rate lock. So It's a game of balance, for sure.
It's a game of balance. But just going back to our sort of the building process, how long do you think it typically takes for at least a single family home?
I would say 6 months. 6 to 9 months is probably a really good time frame. 6 months is probably realistic.
Do you feel like the time has gone up? Like in the past couple of years, because I remember being a Copperwood and being like 3 months.
We could get this done in 4 months.
4 months,
well,
and we did.
100-Day Dream Home on TV. So you look at some of those, and I always say that to Jim though, because Jim has the builder brain, and he's a frustrated architect as well. So he can see it in his head, whereas I need to see it. But he can see it in his head, and I'm like, how does 100-Day Dream Home build a house in 100 days? Is it really, or is it kind of not really?
They probably have 100 people working on it.
It is a real thing. It's just it's different up here too. We have we usually have basements. Which take extra time, and they're on slab down there in Florida. Plus, it's Florida, so you get 12 months out of the year you can build. Whereas up here, we have some snow conditions every now and again that can slow us down. But I would safe bet with new constructions anywhere between 6 to 9 months. COVID definitely took a beating on us as far as the supply chain went.
Yeah.
So, and that's not the best news to have to give to people that are so excited that they're building their new house and they can't wait to get in, and you're like, and your kitchen's been delayed another 20 days, another 10 days. It was due in today. It's not coming till next week. So we've had to have a couple of those conversations.
Yeah. And it's not just the new construction. It's everybody who's been home, who have been doing, updates to their home, or finally getting around to those projects that they've been doing for the past 10 years.
If you're going to be stuck in your house, I want a really nice kitchen. So we're doing this. We are doing our kitchen right now. So we ordered our appliances. Our stove will be in November.
Oh, nice.
And our refrigerator, maybe February 2023.
Yeah. I'm getting memories of, we have a mutual friend, Ron.
Oh, yeah.
And it felt like I've only known him for maybe a year and a half, but I feel like he's been doing his kitchen for the past 10 years.
It's so true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got this today.
Yeah,
we got
this.
Have
countertops.
And he designs kitchens, too. So, so if he couldn't get it faster than anyone.
If Ron's not getting it, then we're not. Yeah, nobody else is getting it any faster than that. No, but yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, it's a process. So our kitchen, which we started ordering stuff back in February, March, probably won't be done until February of next year.
Yeah.
So that's a little.
I feel like in the past how long we've been in this? 2-3 years? Pandemic. That every homeowner, at least maybe around here, every homeowner that was still working did one of two things. They modified their home to fit their needs.
Yep.
Or they decided that they were gonna
sell and move, and
they have. But I feel like a lot more people modified their home because there's nothing on the market.
No, the inventory is still so low. I feel like the same thing. They either modified or moved, but it was crazy.
Yeah,
it's been crazy. And I never saw that coming either, though. I mean, with COVID, everybody's like, oh, my God, everything's just going to shut down. It did not in real estate.
No.
It did not in real estate. People still wanted to go out and look at houses, and masks and all.
At the end of the day, everyone needs a place to live, and we've talked about this many times on the show, that, they had an opportunity, a lot of buyers had an opportunity to either move home or, be able to save more money so they have a higher down payment.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you're seeing a lot of cash. You're seeing a lot of high down payments.
Yeah. I have buyers, they just keep putting money in because we can't find something. Or, I mean, I've had buyers that have put in 9, 10 offers. I've had buyers that have done 2 or 3 and they are, outbid. But every time they don't get a house, their money's piling up and they're getting a nice down payment. So they are taking their money and using it wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's smart.
I just had something in my head and I totally forgot what it was. So I guess I'll just move on.
What was Jim? Well, we were talking. Jim and I were talking yesterday. Everybody tries to predict what the market is, and our line is always, well, if we had a crystal ball, we could tell you what's going to happen. But buying a house, as opposed to like a luxury item, it's you either need to buy a house. It's not like something that you can change your mind. Like, we need to move.
Yeah.
It's not like I need a diamond necklace. No, I don't need it today. Yeah. I need to move because I now have 4 kids and I need to move.
Yeah.
Or a job is taking me somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it's more of a. It's a decision that has to be made. It's not a choice sometimes.
Yeah. Well, going back to not really having at least a lot of resales on the market right now, I was having a conversation with one of our agents here at the office, and she had said to me, I feel like I'm working so much harder, but I'm like, there's nothing. Like, I go, because you are working so much harder.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, yeah. And I go, no, you are, because instead of showing 5 houses to one buyer, now you're showing 10.
Yeah. Yep. And
until they get accepted. So you might think that, because there's no paycheck coming in or whatever you want to call it, that you're not working as hard, but you are working harder.
You are. Yeah,
you're working harder.
You're that MLS boy. You're on it every single day, checking it for your buyers. I've even started to go back. The ones come on the market that you're like, oh, we have to go see it. Let's make an offer. 20 people show up. There's 30 people. There's 15 offers, and you're not going to get it. I've now gone back into the listings that have been on the market for a while, and maybe the price has come down a little bit, and go back and say, now let's take a peek at this one again. Let's go back and look at this now at this price.
At this price, you might be able to modify it a little bit.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
But again, it takes more time because now you're going back through not just the new listings.
Yeah.
You're going back into your active listings that have been on for a while. So it takes time, and then you got to send them out and set up your appointment. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. But back to new construction. How important is it to set expectations for the buyers?
Oh, you need to, again, a blessing to work with Bob. He deals directly with the client. So we kind of take that middle, like, I don't want somebody coming in and say, I want this color paint, and then they tell me, and then I tell somebody else, so that we take that middle person out, so Bob deals directly with the client. So the expectations are set. And, you know, it's, again, not always easy to have a conversation when you have to tell somebody that you're getting delayed and you're getting delayed.
Yeah.
So you just want, it's better to just get it right up front, like, this is what's going to happen. And as long as everybody does what they're supposed to do, it all comes together at the end, and it's a wonderful day when they all move in together. And we've been to some of the closings with Bob, and I'm like, there are gifts being exchanged at the table because they have become so close with each other, because you're talking to them every day. You want to make some changes, color, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a great experience. I love new construction.
Yeah, you really do.
Because it's new kitchens, and you go in and you're like, oh, I love that tile. I want to put this in my house. You know, a reclaimed beam as a mantelpiece, and it's fun. It's just fun. Yeah,
it is.
It really is fun.
And we'll get more into how fun new construction is after the break. Tim, are we ready for a quick break?
So ready.
All right, perfect. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Okay.
Let's face it, we all get to the point in our lives when our current home no longer suits our everyday needs. With ever-changing living dynamics, addressing your future is all about right-sizing. You know, finding the right size home for you right now. Do you dread the change of the New England seasons? Do you get irritated when you have to take your boat out of the water and wish you had warm weather all year long? Are you tired of the hassle of snow removal and you're ready to fly south for the winter? Let us help you find the right size for you right now. I'm Sharon McNamara, the broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team, or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000.
Don't miss a minute of Talk Real Estate. Check out the podcast page at talkrealestateradio.com. Talk Real Estate, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate.
Hello. You are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. My name is Melissa Wallace, and I am joined in studio by the one, the only Tracy Grady of the Grady team. Hello. Today we are talking new construction, so if you have any questions, you can give Tim a call at WATD's radio studio. It is 781-837-4900. We are live on Facebook, so if you are a little shy and don't want to call in, you can sort of leave us a hello on there. Hello.
Hello.
Are you texting Jim? Are you listening?
Yes, yeah. He's reminding me that I'm on Facebook Live because I probably told the story that I was going up the banister and I pulled out and I almost flat down on my backpack.
Yeah,
at the bottom of the steps.
We are not at WATD studio. We have our own studio here at our office at Boston Connect Real Estate, and we had our we have our office cleaned once a month. Tracy almost took a tumble this morning because it was so clean.
It was so clean. I'm going to tell you right now that banister was definitely polished with wax last night, because when I went to grab it, it slid right down, and I'm like, if I knock Mark's fish tank over, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, we have a couple new fish, so I'll tell you all about them afterwards.
Oh, I'm all excited
all
about that.
All the names and everything. So, but yes, let's get back to the fun stuff.
Let's talk about the fun
stuff. So, you walk in. Can someone customize everything in a home?
Yes. Yep. Pretty much everything. You can talk about your layout in your kitchen, how you want it to be. Do you want your sink in your island? Do you want your sink in front of a window? I mean, right down to everything. You can pick out your colors, your trim. And there are just so many new things in the market. One of the big things, and we did it at our house, is the blackout windows. Instead of like the white trim in your slats in your 9/9, 6/6, super popular right now. Blackout windows, so black and white. It gives it kind of an old farmhouse look.
Yeah.
I think we should all say a thank you to Joanna Gaines for her farmhouse chic that we have. Yeah.
There's a beautiful home. I don't know if it's Hanson or Pembroke. It's like, I think it's West Elm Street. It's all white.
Yep.
Has the black windows.
Yep.
Have you?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Every time I pass it, I'm like, I want to live there.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. I mean, it gives you that modern farmhouse look. I love that. Yeah, that's a huge trend right now.
Yeah.
But those windows do come with a very expensive price tag.
Yes.
We painted ours, so we kind of did it in an economical way. But if you order them, you do have to plan on probably spending well above 10 grand extra for windows with the black.
And because they're on trend, they're probably going to be back ordered.
Yep, they're a little tough to come by. Yep. So,
but that's okay.
No, it's
good
fine.
things come to those who wait.
Absolutely, it's well worth the wait because it is a slick look. It really is.
It's a beautiful look. I love that house, and it's funny because there's another house on Gorham. It looks like the gingerbread house. Like it's green, but it's sideways, and it has a huge beautiful stone chimney in the front. And so they're total polar opposites. But I'm obsessed with both of them. Every time I walk Dexter, this house, it's just so beautiful and so perfect. I'm just like, please let me live here. Please.
Can I knock?
Are you for sale? I love it so much.
Call me if you're gonna sell. Call me. And again, high-end kitchens are huge right now. Oh, let's talk about bathrooms.
Oh,
the tubs, the whole water room.
It's like a glass enclosure. So it's like the whole bathroom is the size of I don't know, a house that maybe I could buy. Yeah,
I'd say a small bed. Most bathrooms are the size of a small bedroom.
And it's the master. Yep. So, and you're walking in, and I'm just thinking of one of the model homes that we had. I think it was the Gloucester over at Copperwood, and it just had the most beautiful bathroom. You walk in, and it's just like this glass wall, and then the shower's on this end, and there's a soaking tub on this end, and it's just it was just the wow factor. I remember being downstairs, and I always knew when people walked into the master bathroom because you could hear an audible gasp.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're like, I'm having a moment. Because spa bathrooms are big right now. People want to feel like, I want to feel like I'm in a hotel, a high-end hotel bathroom.
When you are, paying that price tag and you're designing something yourself and you're going to design it to live in it, you want it to feel luxurious.
Yeah, and those soaking tubs are just spectacular with the little wooden tray over the top where you can put your glass of wine and your sound, your music.
Is that realistic, though? Do people actually take baths with the whole thing? Because
I'm just not a huge... I mean, I'd like to think, yes. If you're going to go to the trouble of putting a clawfoot tub or a soaking tub in...
I would think that by the time that you do all of that stuff, that the water's going to be cold.
Yeah.
Once you get it all situated and all, picture perfect, you get in and you're like, oh.
I need to run some more water.
It's like when you're getting a pedicure. By mid-pedicure, you're like, the water's cold.
Yeah, I'm done now. Yeah, just paint them. Let's just get them done. Let's just paint them up. But yeah, the bathrooms. We've seen some unbelievable bathrooms in the new construction houses. The soaking tubs, the steam showers, the showers at either end. In the shower is the size of a wall in tile. Tile till you just can't. Talk about
I feel like it's kitchens and bathrooms that sell a home.
Yeah, it truly is. It always will be. It's always going to be. Kitchens and bathrooms are always where you're going to spend the most money and definitely, get your most money back when you go to sell it as well. Yeah. So it's worth the money. It definitely is.
It is worth the money.
Yeah.
Because also that's where guests are going to be. So they're going to, you gather around in the kitchen, you entertain, people are going to use your bathroom. People aren't going to just be walking into your bedroom or into a closet, into your laundry room. Nope. Those
Kitchens
are rooms for you.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the people that live in your home. But, if you're sort of into... Your what?
My nose is running.
Oh. I was like, did I say something bad about a bathroom?
No. In kitchens, people, that's where everybody goes. You can try your hardest to put food in your dining room, food in another room or another area. My family just picks the food up and brings it back into the kitchen, and where we stand around the island, and that's where everybody congregates. So, kitchens are definitely have come a long way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's talk about the difference between a model home and a custom build.
So we don't do a lot of model homes. Well, in this market, we don't build on spec a lot. Mm-hmm. Most of the homes are custom for us. So we haven't really, we've done some condos where we've had the model and staged it. Mm-hmm. And it just gives people a better perspective on, what their stuff is going to look like in their unit. So we don't do a lot of model homes anymore. Really? You guys did more in Copperwood because you had different style homes, whereas we do more custom home building.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. So I know you do very much like custom build, and when Sharon and Mary, when we do our projects with Stonebridge Homes, it's very much, let me show you what we have to offer. So in the model homes, there's a lot of quote unquote upgrades, or sort of showcasing what they're capable of doing, and people love that. And I think that there is a misconception maybe with model homes where people come in and they don't know that it's for sale. Yeah, you can purchase a model home. It's not like, here's a model, and then we're going to take a forklift and take it away as though development is sold.
You can buy it.
You can purchase it.
You can buy it. And you can get a little bit more Scooby Snacks for that. Like, you get the built-in drawer microwave or the high-end stove.
You get more bang for your buck. So you might have, X amount of dollars worth of upgrades, and we'll get into sort of what an upgrade is. But you're not going to pay that full, dollar price if you are to do a custom build. So, you get sort of a great deal with model homes.
Yep, because they're going to put everything in so that when you go into that model home, you can say, well, I want that, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
And and upgrades is probably a perfect time to talk about upgrades. Yeah. So you go in and you love this house, and there's usually a package price for what you're going to get, and then anything above and beyond that package price. Like, usually there's an appliance, let's just use an appliance allotment. Yeah. So you're going to get X amount of dollars to put towards your appliances. Most people buy one appliance for what their allotment could potentially be. I mean, stoves today are $10,000, $15,000 for a high-end.
What?
Yeah. Stoves are big money.
Oh gosh, I might have to live in my car. Oh man,
we could get you a little Bunsen burner to put in the back of your car.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean, you can spend. So an upgrades can be cabinets, trim levels on cabinets, trim levels on the handles on a cabinet, trim level from quartz to granite.
Yeah.
So all of these are upgrades. The house probably comes with carpet in the bedrooms.
Yeah.
But some people don't want carpet in their bedrooms, but that would be an upgrade if you wanted to go to a hardwood floor. So the package price includes, so it's very important to look at what the package includes. And if you're not somebody who wants carpeted bedrooms, then you're going to pay an upgrade price for a floor on X amount of dollars of whatever it's going to be to upgrade to a hardwood floor.
And even if you do want carpet in the bedrooms, there's so many options for that too.
Some people want, if you want carpet, you don't, a builder grade carpet is probably not going to be, it's a great carpet, it's going to last forever. But if you're picky and you want something, more, it's going to be an upgrade. That's going to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of keep in mind, when you start getting to those upgrades and you go into that model home and you're like, I love those cabinets, I want that, I want this. And then you kind of get a price and you're like, oh, okay, I might have to taper that down a little bit.
Yeah. And there are things that can sort of wait, because I always tell people, you never know where things should go or what colors you should do until you're living in the space.
Yeah.
Live in the space, because I remember I was doing sort of a walkthrough over at Bristol Estates in Pembroke, and they were like, oh, should I put the dining room table here? Like, the walls weren't even up, so should I put the dining room table here? Should I put it? And I'm like, were you planning on hosting 10 plus people in the first 5 months, 6 months that you're living here? Well, no, probably not. I'm like, okay,
give it a little
live
time.
in the space.
You need to live in the space.
Move the table around a little bit. If you're not going to be hosting that many people in the first 6 months, live in the space and you'll see where it goes. Because when you're purchasing a resale, you're looking at how the previous owners have set up.
Yeah.
So, and I hear a lot at open houses when I go to, they're like, oh, well, I would put my couch this way. I have a sectional, or I would do this, I would do that.
Or is it going to fit?
What
do you think?
Do you think, get the tape measure out?
There you go. Oh, I have people walk in with their tape measure all the time. Like,
Mark always has one on his hip, so.
Jim always has one in the car. He has a little compartment for it. So it's like, hold on.
I know. I have like a, I got from Stonebridge. They gave, I think, Mary Sharon and I like this kit. So I keep mine in my car.
Well,
I got a tape measure. I got everything.
So you're ready to go.
To write notes. I'm ready. If anyone needs me to come over and do some construction,
yeah,
I know someone to call.
I'm good. Yeah, I can do it.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, what were we talking about? New construction?
New construction.
Yeah, so model homes. I personally feel like, as it is custom, like somebody did customize that home, but nobody else has lived in it. So you can go in there and be like, okay, yeah, I don't necessarily love carpet in the bedroom right now, but maybe I can live in the space and
you don't
a
have
year
to invest the
or two
money
from
in hardwood.
investment, like get the deal.
Yeah, get the deal, get it done. This is probably, with new constructions, gonna be your forever home, or at least your home for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's
well, especially the way that builders are building homes right now. They're not building the small ranches anymore.
I really wish we could find a place, but the problem with building smaller homes in ranches is that it's a lot of money in things that you don't get to appreciate.
Yeah, like
so
the foundation.
The foundation, the basement, all that concrete comes with a price.
Yeah.
And it's not like, hey, want to go down and check out my foundation? It's super pretty.
Honestly, if I bought a house, I'd be like, would you like to see my foundation? Would you like to see my roof? Like, I'd be like, I'm going to show off every single dollar that I spent here.
Yeah, because this is a really nice roof. And this is a really nice roof. And I got a great basement
This
downstairs.
is a 30-year roof.
Yeah. So that's some of the problems that you come at. Building a colonial, it's just it's a go up type thing, whereas it's not stretched out. So but there's a lot of people that are looking for those ranches, and one level living is so that's what we have down in Carver. Our
one level living.
What's first floor bedroom?
Yeah.
So it has the
Okay,
bath.
we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I know we wanted to talk about Ewell, and we'll get back to sort of what we were talking about before, but I want you to have the opportunity to talk about Ewell.
So in our subdivision down in Carver, as I said, we had 9 lots, and they all went. So it was amazing at the time. I was writing up purchase and sale agreements, like passing them up just to get, and it was the timing of it. COVID, everybody masks on, we took people out there. So we still have 1 lot available down there where the house has already been designed. The people changed their mind. They ended up moving someplace else. So we already had it under agreement. It has a gorgeous master bedroom on the first floor with bath. It has a room over the garage that can be built out. It has beautiful 2-story family room that goes up. It is a beautiful home. And we've actually had a couple people look at it, and so it's still available. So I think a lot of people think we have nothing left down there.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a good idea to come on the show and say, hey, we still have 1 lot, and the hard part's already done. The house is already designed, but everything can still be customized to what you want it to be. The kitchen, the colors, the countertops, whatever you want. So, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. If you think you have a client that might be interested down there, it's a beautiful lot. They're all oversized lots down there. So that one has plenty of room if you decide you want to put in a pool. The foundation's already in, so you can kind of take a peek as to how it sits on the property. The other houses that are down there are lovely. Everybody who's been there have been a joy to work with. And there's some really beautiful, we have a couple of modern farmhouses in there. We kind of have expanded Cape, colonials. It's a really pretty subdivision. And again, K&G Development, my buddy Bob does a great job.
Yeah.
So So if anybody's interested, you can give us a call. You can always reach me at 617-620-8484, or give Jim a call at 617-842-4019. We would be happy to talk to you about it. We'll meet you out there, do a walkthrough. Feel free to drive by. It's Ewell Street, right off of High in Carver. So
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
And they did go really quickly. So that's why I forgot about having 1 left. I was like, wait, you have 1 more left? I feel like I was getting deposits every single day.
And again, we just didn't kind of see it coming because it was COVID. So we were all like, what's going to happen? And people wanted new homes.
That's what happened with the second phase of Copperwood. So the first phase took, I feel like, almost 2 years. And then the pandemic happened, and we got like 15 reservations all in a row, and the second phase was sold out.
Yes. I was blown away by Copperwood when the second phase was it was just gone.
Yeah. Well, we do have another development. I will take this moment to let everybody know. I know Sharon and Mary have talked about it before, but Cochise Estates in West Bridgewater, it's a 92-unit community. It has single-family homes and duplexes. There is only 1 single-family home left in phase 1. It's a Fairfield model. That'll that'll be ready to sort of be on the market probably at the end of June. It's going to be listed for probably $899, but they're currently taking reservations on the duplexes models. Those are starting at $649, and the model duplex, again, we're doing models over there. Model duplex is estimated to be completed probably June.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So we'll start doing open houses just in time for summertime. Over in West Bridgewater. So, but yeah, beautiful. I know there's 92 units over there. So they're doing, it's a little bit different. So with Copperwood and Bristol, they were only single family homes. And over there, we're doing single family homes and duplexes.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a good development.
Gives you a little bit of an option over there. But yeah, but you know, and I haven't had a chance to go to Ewell, and I feel like I have to because
it looks
like you've been talking about it, and it's just beautiful, and I want to see. I love seeing like our agents' listings. That's why I like to go to the open houses.
Melissa always comes to our open houses.
Yeah, yes. Promote the open houses and everything because I like to go around and see like I see you guys get excited for your listings, and that it makes me get excited for your listings.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, have you seen Tracy Grady's new listing over in Carver?
It's lovely.
Have you been to the open house?
We're actually thinking about having an open house on the foundation.
Yeah, you should.
I was thinking maybe a hot dog party and
do something different.
I could go back to $1 Million Listing and have like a little soiree out on the foundation to see if we can get some people out there to check it out.
We should see if Frederick Eklund is available.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, Sharon, not Sharon, she wasn't there, but myself, Sam Horton, Mary Baker, Kristen Howlett, I think that was it. A couple years ago, we met Ryan Serhan.
I was going that day too, and I was so mad when I saw that.
Yeah,
picture.
It was Mary's birthday, Mary's 30th birthday. So we went to a conference, and he was one of the speakers. And you should have seen me. I made sure to get front row seats in the middle. Well, we were in the second row because there were some women who wanted those seats. So, and I wasn't going to tackle everybody in front of everybody. So, but yeah, so it was hilarious. Yeah. They all thought it was pretty funny. But then we got to meet him and take a picture.
That's exciting. I loved his book. I loved his book.
Yeah.
It was a great book. Yep. I read that on a cruise.
Yeah, so, now that we're friends, I'll see. I'll reach out to him to
see if he can come to my open house and we'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah. We only have about 10 minutes left in the show, so let's get back into sort of this. Is there anything that you want to cover that's on here? So I know we went to, the model homes. Are we going to talk about open houses, showings? Is it easy to show new construction?
No, it's not easy to show. No,
I
actually
was really not expecting that answer. No.
Yeah, piece
Next
of
question.
No, can we just move on to that? No. It's difficult because, again, in this market, let's talk a little bit about land.
Yeah.
If anybody's out there sitting on a piece of, like, a big chunk of land that you've always thought, like, I'm going to sell it someday, give me a call. Yeah. Because land is super hard to come by right now. Even onesie-twosie lots are not, I do think that there are plenty of people out there that probably have that piece of land. Having worked in the building department, I can tell you people would come in all the time with their plot plan. Mm-hmm. And they would say, oh, my father said I could subdivide this down the line, so I've been saving it. So I want to subdivide it now.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you're like, yeah, I hate to be the person to burst your bubble.
You have endangered turtles on that land.
You could have endangered turtles on your land. More than likely, you don't have enough frontage because a piece of land has to meet certain expectations, and every town has a different idea of what they want their lots to be. So you need to have X amount of frontage for a property, X amount of land. Usually you have to have a circle in the radius of where the house has to sit. So a lot of times people will go back to we used to call them pork chop lots, where you'd have 20 feet of frontage, and the land would go back, and then you'd have plenty of land behind it. So it kind of creates that. So towns don't really want that anymore. They want to make sure that you have enough frontage and enough land. So it's not as easy to subdivide as it used to be.
Yeah.
Piece of land that your grandmother passed down to you is like, oh, yep, that's a piece of land. You can build whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
You not necessarily can do that
so
anymore.
If you're speaking to the people now, if somebody has land, what should they do? Should they go to the town hall? Should they call you? obviously.
Either.
Fun.
I would definitely, give us a call. But I would definitely take your plot plan. A lot of towns have what's called GIS, and you can have access to that. If you go onto most of these town websites, Town of Pembroke, Town of Hanover, through the assessors department, you can go in and you can pump in your address, and it'll give you a rough idea. I wouldn't call it like an engineer's design, but it'll give you an idea of how much mass of land that you're talking about. And then you can see if there's enough frontage to, like, let's just use Pembroke as an example. You need to have 150 feet of frontage on the street and 40,000 square feet of land. So if that's a good start, if you've got that, then that's a really good start. Then you got to take into wetlands into consideration, setbacks to where the house is going to be. You have to have 20 feet from the side, 25 from the rear. You have to be 10 feet off your septic tank and 20 feet off your leaching field. So it's not as simple as saying, hey, I got a big chunk of land that my grandmother left me. Can you actually put a house on the property? And then when you're talking a big chunk of land, now you need a really good engineer to come in and tell you, do I have 3 lots, 4 lots, 5 lots? How am I going to fit my, the street has to go in, the utilities have to go in. There's a lot that goes into new construction. So, showing like an open, with our land, it's like, this is lot 4. There are trees here now, but there won't be.
There won't be, I promise.
Visual, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough to get the visual of what this is going to look like. So when we go down to Ewell Street now, and there are 5 or 6 houses that are up, it's like, it's like a transformation that you
know. In the beginning of a development, it's like, we promise we can build homes here.
Yes, exactly. Please come.
If you come, we will build it. What is that? What's that from the movie?
If you build it, they will come. Yes.
Or, okay. So
Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams.
I don't even know if I've ever seen that movie. To be honest with you.
It's a bit of a sleeper. It's a bit of a sleeper for me. I think you have to be a true baseball fan, though, so I'm not going to say that, because there's probably some super baseball fans out there who are like, that movie is like a temple.
I'm not going to lie. I recently watched The Goonies for the first time.
Oh, I don't think I've ever watched that.
I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, maybe it was okay back in the day, but, like, the person I was watching it with, like, they were laughing, and I'm like,
I'm not getting this.
You found that funny? I'm sorry to any Goonies fan.
So, I know, that's it. Yeah, if you build it, they will come. So, it's, new construction is a challenge. And then everybody always has ideas of what they want their house to look like. And my house has to have this. So,
one question I do want to get to before we run out of time, and then we want to give you an opportunity to give your information again, is what's the difference between a reservation and an offer?
They're very similar. I mean, both are very similar. We use an offer as opposed to a reservation. It just feels like another step. To me, they're about the same. You show your intent. You put down a deposit. You sign a contract that says, I'm going to buy this. And then from that point, you move into negotiations with the builder, and you sit down and get to a purchase and sale.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do reservation then an offer? Then, because a lot of times we'll go right almost to purchase and sale.
So it depends on if they're purchasing like a custom build or the model home. So a model home, we would expect an offer.
Okay.
Because that's on the market for a set price.
Yep.
With the new builds, it's typically a reservation. So I'm very interested in this lot because some of the lots, especially over at Copperwood and Bristol, where you could fit a couple different types of homes. So like we had, I think in the beginning, 7 or 8 different style homes.
Yep.
So some lots could fit 2 or 3 different style homes.
Did they do custom too? Like if you wanted a custom home, or did you have to pick from one of them?
For Bristol, it was very much like, if you had a design, we'll see if we can fit it on our lot. But with Copperwood, it was I don't know how many were like so. I don't know if any of them were like so custom.
Yeah.
But definitely.
So there was something that they liked about the Fairfield.
At least the foundation for one, and then you could move a room here, move a room there, whatever. But yeah. So typically with the new builds, it's I'm interested in this lot. Here's my deposit for this lot, and you have X amount of days to sort of move forward.
So I see very similar.
Yeah.
So in an offer, you put your $1,000 down, and then we tend, because it's custom, we'll sit. And by the time we get to purchase and sale, there are no surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the music is playing yet or not, but I want you to be able to give your contact information again to all of our listeners before we have to head out.
Okay. So we are the Grady team here at Boston Connect Real Estate. You can reach me, Tracy, at 617-620-8484, or my husband, Jim. He's at 617-842-4019. We are Tracy at BostonConnect.com or Jim at BostonConnect.com. Give us a call. And if you have any land out there, we would love to talk to you about any type of land that you have and help you, understand whether it is buildable or it's not buildable.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for showing
so
up.
So much fun.
Before me. But there are so many things that we can talk about new construction. Yep. If you want to listen to any of our past shows, talkrealestateroundtable.com. And that's it.
Awesome.
That's
that
it.
Went by
Thanks
so
for joining me. I know. Thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks everybody.
WATD FM Marshfield, WBMS Brockton.